Welcome to the Campbells.
It's All Good Podcast.
Welcome to the Campbells. It's All Good Podcast, where our focus is God, healthy marriage, joy, and life. Join us every episode as we share various aspects of healthy relationship goals that we have set for ourselves, provide practical tips for creating the healthy marriage we desire, and how we live life together in God ordained joy. Jesus, others, yourself. Hey, everybody. It's Lania.
And Brian.
And welcome to episode 10. Whatever, bye, when we get on each other's nerves.
In love.
Yes. So I know y'all been waiting for this one because I know there's some people out there that like the drama and are thinking, oh, they are too good to be true. We have some times when we get on each other's nerves and we will tell each other, hey, you are getting on my nerve.
Or the thing that I hear, did you just give me the side eye? Yeah, and did. It sure did. Yep, I did. I gave you the side eye. Yep, I sure did.
And he knows I am the best eye roller. I think that I was winning eye rolling contests when I was like 3. So he knows when these eyes get to rolling and these lips get to smacking, he done got on my nerves, y'all. So Brian, I'm gonna let you take this.
So we go jump right into it. So first, let's start with the kitchen.
This just happened last night too, because you said something.
Oh my God. So when she's in the kitchen, I don't even go in the kitchen. I can't do it because I can be in the kitchen doing something. So let's say I'm in the kitchen loading the dishwasher, or I'm in there cooking dinner, if I may be cooking dinner or something like that. And she'll come in the kitchen, and no matter what I'm doing, it's not the way that she would have done it. So it's just I've learned, okay, I'm not going to be in the kitchen when you're in there then.
Because he called me out, because this was either last night or the night before last. He was doing something, and I just can't help it because I keep the kitchen in a certain way and I put things in a certain order. And it's not OCD, it's just the fact that I just like stuff put up, especially out the dishwasher and things like that. And so he was doing something, and he called me out in that moment. He said, there you go, going cleaning up behind me. I hadn't even finished what I was doing yet. And it stopped me in my tracks because I felt a little bit bad because I'm like, ooh, you have to look at the woman in the mirror and say, ooh, he called me out on something that he says that I do that I didn't realize that I did, right?
And so we laugh about it every time, though. That's always the first thing, is the laughing part about what we call each other out on. And it is so funny, and it just leads to a great conversation.
It does, because then I left the kitchen and said, whatever, bye.
Yeah, and so that's how we came up with the topic. Whatever, bye. Again, get on each other's nerve, but always in love.
Always.
So one of the other thing that we're going to kind of touch on is daily habits. So I'm sure after 30 years in the Navy, I'm very regimented. So when I get home from work, and I do this every day, the first thing I do is make sure my uniform, and I mean every part of it, is ready to go for the next day.
Yes.
And I always tell her, just in case if I wake up late or something, I don't have to worry about, well, where's my hat? Where's this? Where's that? Everything is laid out, ready to go for the next day. And I tell her, I've been on 7 ships. So having done that, you got to be ready to get up and respond. As a medical person, any point in time throughout the night, throughout the day or whatever, you got to be ready to get up and go. Mm-hmm. And if the possibility comes where you have to defend the ship, you got to be ready to respond as well. So for me, that all comes with preparation.
Yes, and so I get a chuckle out of it. I think I used to be more like that when I worked outside of the home, but since I work inside, I work from home, I don't have to have that daily habit anymore. I mean, when I had to get up, I would have everything laid out to the T, to the jewelry that I would wear for the day, amongst my outfit and shoes, other accessories, things like that. But now I just throw on a t-shirt, some leggings, turn on the computer. So it's a little bit different when you don't have to worry about those types of habits. But I do have other types of daily habits, and I think you kind of miss some of those because you're already gone at work. So it's like for me, after I get up, I take the dog, we go for a walk in the mornings, and then I'm making my breakfast, and one thing that I said I was going to start making a daily habit, and I'm pretty much at 95, 97% is making the bed. I just feel like, even though I know I got to get back in that bed later on that evening, but I'm getting better at making the bed because it makes me feel like I've already been productive in my day first thing in the morning.
Yeah,
And
and for her, so that's her routine. I'm up super early in the
yeah.
morning. I literally cook myself breakfast just about every morning, before I leave out to go to work. And so, as she's kind of going through her day, my day is I'm already well into my day.
Yes. And so like as he's well into his day, I'm just kind of starting off in a very soft morning. And so after I get like my breakfast started, get the computer on, set up for my day. The thing that I would say would be the biggest habit is I've got to light my candles. I have to have some type of scent. So it's either going to be the candles, it's going to be the wax burner going,
She's got the music in
the
the
music.
background going. She's got the ceiling fans are on,
Yes,
everything. And me,
yes.
it's just I don't need all that.
So yes, because I have to have those things, and I don't want to say I have to have them, but I like to have them because they just set my mood and get me going and how I'm going to start my day. So that would definitely be my daily habits. Some other things that make us say whatever. By this is probably going to be the biggest one, so I'm gonna take y'all back. So, first of all, it's definitely the TV volume. And I know you're going to be like, well, why are they talking about the TV volume? Well, your girl is a little bit hard of hearing. I'm not going to claim that I'm deaf, but hard of hearing. And so, my thing is, and I tell Brian this all the time, shout out to my girls from Berea, Ohio. You know who you are. Because back in the 90s, I used to have a good girlfriend of mine who had the boomingest system in their car, and I mean I was in the back seat where we're listening to what we used to listen to in the 90s and all the other songs that we listened to. And your girl is a little bit, I listen to so many loud sounds, is that I have to have the TV up loud. And Brian will sometimes clown me on that because he's like, what are you, at a concert? And I'm like, no, I was like, it's actually pretty low. And he's like, oh my gosh, it's so high.
I can hear it in the other room. I'm like totally in another room down the hall, and I can hear the TV or whatever she's watching, and it's like, what are we doing here? The volume when I watch TV is on about a 6. When she watches TV, it's on a 10 plus.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
can be 10, 11, 12, whatever the case may be, and it's just that difference.
It
Whereas,
is.
for me, it's easy. I can hear, because there are many times she'd be like, "Can you hear that?" I'm like,
I
"Yeah, I hear
will.
it just fine."
I will. And it's so bad. And I probably need to go get my hearing checked. I think I'm a little bit afraid of what the hearing doctor would say to me about that. But the bad part, or maybe even still the good part, is I still like the booming sound. I like the subwoofers and the bass turned up all the way on my music and things like that. And now that I'm jamming to my gospel tracks and my gospel hip hop and my gospel R&B and all those things, they still give me the same bass quality. So I'm booming that now instead of what I was booming in the 90s though. But I definitely like my loud sounds, and that even goes for the TV sometimes too.
Yeah, so then another thing that we get into, or she sings. She just goes through the house. She knows every song.
Oh gosh.
She knows all the words. I mean, she's got that locked down. And she'd be like,
Uh-huh.
"Come on, babe, sing with me." And I'll be like, "I don't know the song."
And I want him to know the songs, y'all, because I'm gonna call my husband out. Like I can sing, and some of y'all know because I've sang with y'all in church choirs and school choirs and things like that over the years. But my husband, and I'm gonna tell on him, he can sing, y'all. And I get frustrated with him because I want him to know these words. I want him to belt it out with me because I'm like, this joker can sing. And he's got a wonderful voice. And I'm not even just saying that because he's my husband, but he out here sounding like Luther Vandross, y'all. That's what I'm telling you.
Hey, hey, easy,
And so,
easy.
and if he would sing, I swear he would catch everybody's attention. So I'm calling him out. So if y'all see him out in these streets, say, hey Brian, why don't you just go ahead and bust out a song for me?
Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. So another thing here that I know it kind of frustrates Lydia a little bit. So again, very regimented in how I do business. So when I get out of the shower, I hang the towel
Oh my
on the top
gosh.
of the door.
Cringe.
And that just drives her insane. But then she takes her towel, she'll fold it up and then put it on the towel rack. And that's just, I'm like, how is it going to get dry? I need my towel to be completely dry. So that's another thing that we
But
laugh
my
about.
towel gets dry because it actually does not get folded. It's on a knob, like for towels. So it evenly is open on each side. And so when I go to use it, it's dry too. Because in my mind, when you hang it on the door, that's more germs. I don't know why I think that.
I've been doing it for years, and that's a hard habit to break.
I think that's why we are like, whatever, bye.
Yeah, whatever. But
Like him with this towel, me with this singing. Like I think we just have gotten used to it, so we're like, whatever, you know. But I think deep down inside, it probably still irks our nerves.
yeah, you got to pick and choose the battles.
You do.
Which ones are you? As we say at work sometimes, what hill do you want to die on? Is this going to be the hill that you're going to die on, or you're going to continue to fight? So
yes.
it's just about picking and choosing the battles.
Oh gosh! Now when I think about this next whatever by y'all, this is constant. This is at least 2 to 3 times out the day.
A day.
It's our lovely puppy, Bo LaRue. When it's time to take the dog out, I am literally I have to like give you scenarios. So there's a Disney movie. I don't want to say the name because we know things are copyrighted. And so it's particularly about dogs. And so you can see where people are walking their dogs, and I mean, they're just, trotting through the neighborhood, through the yard, just as happy. And then you see those people who have their dogs, and the dogs are all over the place, basically about to knock the owner down. It's just disarray. That is Brian and I. When it comes to Bo LaRue, and he loves us equally, he truly does, because he sees Brian as the alpha male, he sees me as his mama. And so when we go outside, I mean, Bo and I, we are just, we just two-stepping through the neighborhood, just two-stepping through the grass outside wherever we are frolicking in. When Brian and Bo get together, it's like frick and frack, oil and water, whatever you want to do a comparison of.
He does not listen. That's the problem. He doesn't listen.
But he doesn't listen to Brian.
Me, exactly. Not to me.
Because Brian will see Bo and I know he kind of looks at us like, whatever, bad, because it's like night and day. And I don't know why, because I know our dog loves him, but it's that time when it's just time to walk or take him outside to do his thing. Is always a struggle. So
Bo and I be going at it, and I be telling Bo what I want him to do, and then she'll hear us in there, and she'll be like, "You two at it again," and then she'll come in there and she'll tell Bo the exact same thing that I just said. And he'll just sit right there and do it. Now you're looking at him like, I know this guy didn't just play me.
But I just like I would say to anybody, I'm like, you got to be patient with him. You got to keep working with him. He's a little bit different because we didn't get him as a puppy. He's a shelter dog, and this is our first shelter dog together that we've ever had. And shout out to the shelter dog parents and cat parents, but we know specifically more about dogs because it is different. It's challenging sometimes, but it definitely is rewarding because we can see how we've made a change and impact in his life as well, even for our dog.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's a good dog overall.
He
definitely, he's been an interesting dog,
is.
It's been a lot. I've learned a lot messing with Bo.
But you know what? The funny thing is, I think sometimes we tell Bo whatever. Bye.
Yeah, Bo be on his own program sometimes too. We took him to the dog park yesterday. Perfect opportunity for him to run. And I mean, he did a little bit of running, but it wasn't, the expectation. But just to get him out and to allow him to experience some other stuff. So, and he's just looking around like, oh my God, what is going on? He had a great time.
Yeah, but I think he was kind of telling us whatever, bad.
Yeah. So, we're calling him over, come and drink some water.
Yes.
No, that's not going to happen. I've got to sniff this land over here.
We were getting on his little donkey nerves yesterday because I could tell he was over us.
Yeah, and it didn't take a lot for him because he's a piece of work. It's like when we travel together and he goes to the border that we take him to. When he gets back, he is wore out. I mean, like 2 or 3 business days, He's just going to sleep and lay down. Don't bother me. He's not going to get up to come to the door or anything like that. He's just done.
Yes, he's like, whatever, bye.
Yeah.
So he's part of this relationship as well too.
Absolutely. So then there's the infamous.
Dun, dun,
We've
dun.
all had this situation come up before. What's for dinner?
Every single
What's
day.
for dinner is a struggle at the Campbell compound. It's what's for dinner. It's a struggle.
I think I'm holding up the white flag, like, because Brian knows when I'm tapped out with that question of what's for dinner, because the first thing I'm gonna say is, you want to just go get something to eat, and then but that creates another problem sometimes too, because we're like, well, where do you want to go eat? And then I think we've talked about this before. He will go all the places that we would like to go eat and get everything that we were gonna want to get. I'm a little bit different. I just want to go to one spot to get whatever we're going to get.
Yeah, we're all over the place. I'm like, look, if you want sushi or something, that's fine. I will take you to get some sushi. But I'm going to stop over here and grab me something and be just as content. So, yeah, that's the what's for dinner is always a good laugh here.
And I have talked to other couples who say that is that $1 million question as well. And, I mean, you would think after, what has it been, 600 and something days of being married, that we would kind of maybe have like a plan in place. We have mentioned a calendar, like putting stuff up on the calendar to kind of plan for dinner, because it gives us, it kind of can be overwhelming. And then I think it causes us to get on each other's nerves, because usually we might want something different. Sometimes we're right on the money and we want the same type of cuisine or same thing, but usually Brian could go for a sandwich. I think we just had that issue today. Like for lunch, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna eat the leftover tacos. Then I'm like, no. I was like, I think I want Asian cuisine. And he was like, well, I was just gonna make a sandwich.
Very simple. Very, very simple.
So we ended up getting the Asian cuisine, and we were both happy because we had great meals.
yeah, definitely. It was definitely good, and that was it. So, a lot too can go into that, what's for dinner. And I know one of the things that I know it irks Lydia. I know it irks her to her core.
What
so
is that?
She will ask me a question, and I, in turn, instead of answering, go right back with a question.
Oh.
As simple as, hey, what do you want to watch on TV? Oh, I don't know. What do you want to watch? Don't tell me that. Don't you mean that I asked you first? And then we just started having a good laugh or a good discussion, because it's like, well, whatever you want to watch is fine with me. And then when she turns something on, oh my God, I do not want to watch this.
I mean, this is so funny that he's saying that, because I was kind of nervous what he was going to say that irked me. But we did it today as we were preparing for this episode with you all today. Like literally, we have 2 office chairs. All I said was, where do you want to sit? As soon as I said it, he's like,
where do you want to sit? Which one do you want to sit in? I asked you first. Tell me what chair you want to sit in, and I'll sit in the opposite one.
I'm like, come on. We are grown adults. We know where we want to sit. Just sit down. It don't even matter. We are in studio number 2, a.k.a. the second bedroom. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah. So then that takes me to the next one. Basically, is, she is the infamous, famous passenger princess.
But ask Brian why, y'all. Oh, let me ask him. Why am I the passenger princess, Brian?
Because I don't mind driving. I can drive for miles and miles, but she takes it to the next level. And then there are times that she does drive. I gotta give her due. But she'll drive. But then I'm in the passenger side. And I can be as uncomfortable as what? Because everything that she brought out of the house is now on my lap. I've got the purse. I've got the phone. I've got the cup. I've got the shades. I've got the glasses. I've got the book. So when she does become the passenger princess, she can read. All this stuff gets thrown on my lap. And I'm supposed to sit there and navigate and just try to figure it out. So, yeah, the passenger princess. Then it makes me the passenger king, but I'm holding all the princess's stuff.
Hold on, why you get to be the passenger king and not the passenger prince?
Whatsoever. Few and far between am I in the passenger seat.
I'm so tickled. But see, For those who know me, those know before I even met Brian, I was on this road. I'm driving sometimes 8 to 12 hours straight. So people know I drove for a long time and never complained because that's how I was able to get around, see my family, friends, things like that. So then God blessed me with this wonderful husband who said, "Oh, I like to drive. I don't mind driving." Those were the wrong words to say to this lady because I took him at his word.
That she did. That and never looked back.
And did not. And so, I will ask him when I'm on that passenger princess side, "Hey babe, you need me to drive?" And most times he's like, "No, I got it." Or this is another one he does. "I'll let you know when I need you to drive." Y'all, he never lets me know when he needs me to drive because we get to our destination and I'm like, "Babe, I thought you said you were going to tell me when you want me to drive."
Once I get in the zone, I'm in the zone, and it's all about getting to where we're going.
Yes, yes, but I like the new role that I have as passenger princess because, like he said, I don't travel lightly. Like just going to the store, I'm gonna have my cup, I'm gonna have my purse, I'm gonna have my phone, I'm gonna have my sunglasses, my keys. I'm going to have a book, possibly because if I might stop somewhere or park or something and I want to read or whatever, might have a speaker, something. He knows I do not travel lightly.
A lot goes into that.
It does. Like if you've seen those videos on social media when husbands are mimicking and mocking their wives, it's me. But
Yeah,
I can admit
100%.
that it's me. I cannot deny that. But then I'm the passenger princess. We're working over here with Mr. Picky. And I know we've talked about this, but I married a man who is so picky. I mean, the moment that I met him, I think the first moment I met him, I compared him to my niece at the time, who at the time I think she was like 5 or 6. And so I'm like, bruh, like, have you tried it? And he always pretty much 95% of the time will tell me and respond,
Nope.
no. And I'm like, so how do you know if you don't like something if you don't try it? But I am proud of my honey today because he actually, for the first time, let me give him a hand. For the first time, I said, "Babe, have you ever had edamame before?" And he said, "No, I'm not sure what it is." So I Googled it and I showed him a picture because the irony was he kind of got like a precursor because we were at the grocery store a few days ago and I had asked him if he liked snap peas and edamame looks like snap peas. And so, I think that's what you thought it was at first, possibly, right, babe?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
And so, I mean, we were getting everything on the house today. So shout out to the restaurant that we were at today.
Yeah, they just kept bringing stuff and they're like, "Oh, this is free. This is free."
Yeah, so shout out to them. And so he tasted the edamame, and y'all, before I knew it, I mean, he kept eating it. Like we were having a conversation about whatever we were talking about, and I watched him. He was eating it, but I didn't say not a word because I was proud of him. I was clapping for him in my mind because he liked it because he kept eating it.
And when they brought the food, it was already a part of the dish that I got as well. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of him, and the food was excellent.
Yeah,
I will definitely go back there.
yeah. So to be Mr. Picky, who he usually is, he did a great job today. So I'm gonna give you your round of applause today. Woo woo.
Yeah, accept it. That's all I'll say. I accept.
Because this man is picky.
So not only do we talk about the volume of the TV, let's talk a little bit about like football season or reality TV shows. Yeah, let's get into
football season. I don't see my husband from pretty much September to February. And this is a man.
But she knows where I'm at.
I know where he is.
I'm in the living room watching the game.
I know where he is. But this is a man who looked me dead in the face when we first started dating and said, "Yeah, I watch football, but I'm not into football that much." That was a bold-faced lie. And I don't even use that word most of the time. But if it's college football, NFL football, he might watch. What's the other people that don't even wear the uniforms? What's the American Football League? Whatever they are that just, get, what's it called? I don't even know what it's called.
You lost me there.
That pull the flags off of them, whatever that.
Yeah, flag football.
Flag football, whatever
league,
that.
Yeah.
If it's football, I mean, if we had a high school team that he was really into, I think he would go to the high school games, the middle school leagues, whomever, AAU, because this man loves football. Whether it's his team, and I don't know if I should even say your team out loud.
We don't have
Okay,
a team
we're
right
in
now.
between
I don't
teams
have
right
a
now.
team.
I'm not a football girly, but I support my husband whatever he does. But we're in between teams. I think he should go with the Cleveland Browns only because by association. But anyway, that's neither here or there. But I don't get my husband on, let's see, Monday. Do the games come on Tuesday?
No. So you got Monday night. Then
Uh-huh.
later in the season, you'll get Thursday night.
Thursday, uh-huh.
Then further into the season, you'll get Saturday and Sunday
Uh-huh.
as you go into the playoffs
And
and
you got
whatnot.
college
so
on
then you
Saturday.
got college in there as well.
And
yeah,
then
a
all
little
the
bit of
playoff
football.
games Fridays.
Yeah, a little bit of football here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at least 4 days of the week, football, the NFL, the AFL, whatever they're called, I don't even know what they're called. They have my husband's attention, and then he's a ESPN guy. So, you know, all those shows that come on.
Shout out the PTI. Watch it every day.
I said, is this the male, like, soap opera? Because that's what I feel like, because he is attentive.
Yeah, because I mean that I watch that show and I can learn everything that's going on in the sports world in 30 minutes, and I'm good after that.
And he is good, but he knows what he's talking about, especially when it comes to football. And I mean, when basketball season hits, he's here or there. You know, it's not as intense as football season, but basketball season, especially if anything has to do with North Carolina, he's going to tune in.
That's Tar Heels, by the way. North Carolina Tar Heels. Let's make sure we say that.
Bad.
North Carolina Tar Heels.
Bad.
So then there's the reality TV.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I have cut back a lot on my reality
Oh,
TV.
absolutely. I've learned more about some people than I ever wanted to know.
He knows that our TV is going to be either on I think there's the reality TV station, and then there's the TLC, a lot of reality TV on TLC. I'm trying to think, what else do I watch?
We watch a lot of old school TV stuff that, we probably saw as kids.
Yeah.
That may have been a little frustrating then, and can still be frustrating now, but it's a lot easier to understand, and it's a lot easier to see what they're doing then, now than we were able to understand then.
Yeah, but I know, like, certain reality shows, if I turn them on, he's like, I'm going to bed now.
I just turn over, I'm done, or either I'm going in another room, but I just can't do this one no more. Call me when this one is over. Yeah, I can't.
Because his favorite, he's like, this is trash.
Yeah, I'll use that word in a minute.
He will. Trash is his favorite word.
Yeah, once I tell you that, I'm done. Crank up the car. It's time to go because I'm done at that point.
But that's not definitely for us. The football season and reality shows for each other, that's our whatever. Bye. Literally.
Yeah, so it is. And again, we have so much fun because we go through some of these just every day. It's just that everyday laugh. Or, we'll do something and, it's going to probably get on the other one's nerve just a tad bit. So you do it. And then you just wait for the reaction. And then we just sit there and we just laugh.
We do. And then the good part is a lot of times these whatever buys that we're calling them, they lead into other conversations. Sometimes we just have like these deep conversations literally about nothing.
Yeah, because, there could be a show that especially some of the older shows where some race type topics were still a challenge, and then that just leads into a deeper conversation. Why do you feel that way? What is it that makes you feel like that?
Yeah, or things that we have seen that haven't changed much, and all these years later, we're talking like 20, 30 years. So it leads into good conversations that we'll have. And, like sometimes we pick up, like we talk about these characters like we really know them, like they become a part of our life, which I think is funny. But that's just our thing. That's how we roll. And we just laugh about it because it's just back and forth banter, literally, like I said, about nothing.
Yeah, so definitely, hey, so take the time to share with us some of the things that, what's your whatever buy in your relationship? Yes. Or, people that you work with or whatever. What's your whatever buy? Yeah. When you get on each other's nerve, but it is always in love.
In love, because like we always tell you, it's all good. We are to, we're going to get on each other's nerves sometimes, but we should always show love to one another and respect one another. So we will see, or we won't see you, but we want you to hear us next time for the next episode. We thank you for tuning in, and remember, we're the Campbells. It's
It's
all
all
good.
good.